Hey people that are interested in cats, the paranormal and things. So I'm going to start with a little rhyme and then we'll start with the video. So, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your bug garden grow? Well, in fact, I'll show you that and then I'll show you how. Best thing is I'm not called Mary, so we're all good. But it's not very much that rhymes with Jackie, unless it's something quite insulting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to set up a bigger home for some of my dubias. Now, this is a smaller box, but now I'm basically rehoming them from a small box to a bigger box. And I'm going to show you how I do it, but everybody has their own way of doing it, so you don't need to copy this exactly, but just see it as a guideline. Simple as that. So I'm already on the floor. I've got a thing for my knees now because my knees keep going. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to do it. And like I said, you can just use it as a guideline and then decide what you want to do. So let's go down to the floor. So I'll first show you what I've got. I've got this small box. As you see, I've put lots of ventilation holes in. And there's some small dubias in there, but obviously it needs a good clean out at the same time. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to clean them out. I need to put them up in a different size. And that's the box they're in. They're going in one of these boxes. So I'm not using both. Also, you need... fudge. Where is it? It's a soldering iron. It's swinging at the moment. There you go. Yes, it's been used many times. And I've got in here, it's going to need replacing at some point, this. My glue gun, yeah, look at the state of it. I'm going to get a better one. And I will show you the net that I'm going to use. So, let's get started. And, oh yes. And something for the little so-and-sos to climb on. I use egg boxes. Now, you can actually buy these online, but I actually get mine from my local butcher, who saves them for me. So, we're all good. Woohoo! So, let me show you what I'm going to do. So, let's get this all sorted. Get this out. Believe me, it was fun taking this home with a mobility scooter. But, as needs be, I got it sorted. Anyway. We have two boxes, but I don't need the other box as of yet. But there's the lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my, what do you call it? I forgot now already. Yeah, it's me handy dandy thing. Yeah, I know. It's not really called that. But these things come in so handy. It is unbelievable. Absolutely love the thing. So I'm going to have to unplug something and put it on. Hold on a minute. Now, I would have done this video a couple of days before, but we've got a numpty who insists on keeping their their van or car close by, and the alarm keeps going off every flipping few minutes. Now, during the day, I don't really hear it much, but that could be because if you've got TV or something else in the background, you don't see. Or basically you get like blind to the sounds that are going on in the background. But at night, when things are quieter, well, that's a different story. And I kept hearing that alarm going off every few minutes, and I kept thinking, I'll leave it. And then it came to me checking my jumping spiders and realised one of my females had babies. So I was separating them, and after that it was like, I'm going to bed. So I'm going to get going with what I'm doing. And yeah. So I'm going to do the rest of the soldering in a minute using the soldering iron. But first of all, I'm going to actually prepare inside here. Now, some people line the bottom of this with, I think I've heard of chicken crumb, but it has to be pesticide free. I don't. I just use either topsoil or peat moss or something along them lines. Basically, when they go to the toilet, because obviously they're a type of insect or invert. Basically, they poop and they need something to soak up their mess because it's going to be a bit liquefied. It's going to have, obviously, hard and soft stools in that. So basically, and then obviously the babies, when they like burying themselves. So I'm going to put some substrate in this. So this is what I do. I'm going to lift this up a little bit higher. And let's get some and throw it in. Now, like I said, everybody has their own way. And I have mine. You can take maybe some of my ideas, somebody else's ideas. And before you know it, you'll get what you need. I am going to try and do a waxworm one at some point, because I do use waxworms because obviously I've got jumping spiders and other small inverts. I'm not going to sit here and pour it in. I'll be here to Christmas whatever, so I'm just going to use it like that. I just pour it in. Fudge this. Sorted. So give it a shake. And I'm going to need to put you on a higher point, or you've got to see absolutely naff all. Now, some creatures like to be a bit compacted in there. I do like to give them a bit of breathing space, but obviously they like their cover. Now you can use a different coloured box, or maybe put some sticky back plastic all the way around it to hide the light, because obviously they don't really like the light and they don't thrive as well. But since I put mine in a darker corner, they were okay. So I'm going to start cutting up some of these boxes, these egg carton boxes, and these are the start. So basically, here we go. As you can see, I've done a few egg cartons, and yes, I've done a couple taller ones in the middle. I have done that on purpose. So, because if you do sometimes close to the edges, the little so-and-sos decide to climb up. I mean, there is ways of avoiding it by putting some cheap Vaseline, or what do they call it, petroleum jelly around the top. That stops, especially when you've got hissers, stops them escaping. So we put it all around the top. Less escapees. Yes, Andy. So, next, we are going to these. So, turn my camera around again, so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, fudge. Sometimes these cameras just don't want to play ball. Yeah, man. There we go. I like this box because it was small and compact, but obviously it's no good for these. Now, I know people like to strategically, I cannot say my words to save my life. These are just empty lids. I got these from, because I use the coconut oil for the cats, pour the cardboard out, and I throw it everywhere. Basically because the cardboard goes really, really icky. So, the icky, that I'm going to put here, if I can. The soil is uneven and it's on a hill. Now, again, you don't have to do this the same way as me because everybody is different. So there's one, and then there's another. Ooh, there's a bunch of babies in here as well. Let's just throw them out. Get out up there. See, might look icky, but that's why I put the food in. And I should have another one, but I don't know where the flip I've put it. I put things away that well, even I don't know where I've put them. Yes, I'm a numpty like that. I found another lid. So, let's see. May have another one somewhere. Oh, can I think where I've put them? Can I fudge? So anyway, what I do is, I know they like their moisture. So I get some gel oil. So you can get, that's bug grub. I just use the same tub. But the gel oil stuff will be like that. Or you can buy the powdered stuff and just make it up yourself with the water. Pour the gel in, add water, leave it for a few hours, and it will turn to a gel. Obviously some of it's at the bottom because you've got to give it a bit of a shake, but I didn't. But it's still done its job. It's solid. Now, like I said, not everybody does the same as me, so this is just basically a guideline. People have different ways of doing it, and I have mine. Mine works, and other people will do it, and it will work for them too. The way they do it, that is. Now, I add bug gel, because they do get thirsty, dubious. So, there we go. Add that. Now, I do leave bits of space purposely because you can add other veg or bits of fruit in there. And I like to leave space. Now, some people will put it on top of the egg cartons. But if you don't take it out in time, it will go mouldy. So you have to remember to remove it. If you don't, then yes, it gets mouldy. But I just prefer leaving it at the front. They do know where to go. So it's not too bad. But the other thing that I'll add is this fruity rabbit food. I've just got this tub that I just throw it in and pour it in another tub. Doesn't matter if any go over the sides, because at the end of the day, they're going to eat it. And use this tub as well. I'll find another container and put more gel in, because sometimes I use about 4 in there. Now, the fun bit, getting them out. Now, there's not as many in here, but I will show you what we're working with. These. Remember, I've got other containers, but these, too many, and they do get squished. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. Just going to try and get them in there. Do that, get on, get in there. If any fly away, I will get them back later at some point. Come on, you guys, out you come. Come on. So I'm going to basically keep doing that, and then I'll come back to you. So be right back. So they're in there. Now, doesn't look like there's loads. That's good, because it means it gives them room to thrive. In here, there was loads of babies that I'm going to have to sift through. Yes, it does look an absolute disaster in there. With all the sheds, and obviously ones that have unalived themselves, because that's just part of nature. But I am going to go through them. And basically, I am going to get on with the lid. The lid is a very, very long, tedious job. You can put zillions of holes in, or use a net. I'm going to do loads of holes for now, and I will do a net later. In fact, I will show you one that I've done already in a moment. One that has been going strong for a few years. So I'm going to carry on putting more holes in, and then eventually I will cut a part of this off and put a net on. But I'll show you one that I've already done. So back in a minute. All right, this is one of my tall ones I've got. These are mostly adults. You might get the odd babies, but here we go. This is how they thrive in this one. Obviously, you'll see a few babies in there. Let's zoom in a little so you can have a better look. So this one needs a good clean out as well. Gives you the opportunity for them to go at the back. Now, if I was really into breeding or selling these, then obviously there's loads at the bottom. These are actually hungry, so they've got a bit of the rabbit food left, but all the gel is gone, and those are waiting. I was like, where's our gel? But this is how I've done one of a tub similar. There you go, there's my net. Let me zoom out so you can have a good look. And obviously I've went a bit crazy with the holes on this one. And a few around the sides as well, to keep everybody ventilated. Because if they get too steamy in there, then obviously they will not survive. So as you see, that's the one that I've been working on. I've not taken that away, and I've not done all the holes at the side, but I will do. But there you go. This is more longer than tall, but they can still all thrive in there happily ever after. But what I do is, in this one, this is for the smaller ones, I will take all the adults out, and from the other ones, I will put the little ones back in. Because you find they thrive better when they're separated like that. Now, I do other setups, because what people forget is when they buy their feeders, they just leave them in the boxes, these type of boxes. They don't live that long, and it's really doing them no favours. So I'll show you what I put them in, and yeah, then maybe you can get a little bit of inspiration from it all. They're in here, and they do have a few babies in there. I do actually clean this out, but it's mucky as anything. And I do have, what do you call them? Springtails in there. But obviously, I will go through there. See, there's a couple pair in now. There'll be loads at the back, because obviously they'll hide. But yeah. And I get a few little small flyers, not flyers, baby locusts. Now these are the locusts. I put them in like that. See, there's even some little ones in that. And they live longer. And then I will show you over here. These are crickets. Obviously crickets can be a bit smelly. But again, I do not keep them in the tub. They come in. So let's turn my camera around. But as you can see, they're in here. I'm getting some more today. Now, I know you can breed them, but obviously I need a bit more space. But there's crickets in there. And they go for the frogs. And they go for me gecko. Now, if we go over here, we have hissers, red runners. You can't see many because they're all at the back, hiding. Red runners, again, hiding because it's light. And there's loads of hissers in there. Oops, I went a bit dizzy. Dubias. They are in there. If I start moving things, you will see, but these need cleaning out. But there you go. Yes. And then I've got another box, more dubias. As you can see, yeah, there's plenty in here. I do need to clean some out because obviously they poop where they walk, because that's what they do. So yes, I'm warm now. But yeah, that's how I keep everything going. I am going to try and my hand at doing a waxworm, like yeah, farm or whatever. May as well, because I do use them as well, because I like mixing things up. I even do fruit fly cultures every now and again, but recently I've been lazy, so I need to get off my rear end and get with it. Oh, these are sliding down my face. These are actually new glasses, because the other ones I was struggling to see through. And I'm like, oh, if I can't see, how can I sort my creatures out if I can't see that well? So guess what? I got my rear end to the opticians, and I was told, yes, your eyes are going a bit down on the, yeah, the eyesight was going down a little bit, so I was right to go in and get it sorted, because obviously if you don't look after your eyes yourself, who's going to do it for you? Especially if you're an adult. If you're a child, then obviously the parent will be taking them in and making sure they go. But while you're an adult, look after them as well as your teeth. Anyway, I hope it's given you a few ideas. Like I said, I do leave a bit at the front. Some people will put like veg on top, and if you've got like peel from some of your veg, throw it in. They'll get rid of it for you. Little dustbins anyway, because that's what I do. I get maybe a bit of apple left over and leave a bit on the apple core. I don't want to sit there munching it all off. So what do? Give it to the bugs. They'll clean it up for you. Around Christmas time, you get pumpkins, big pumpkin, slice it all up, put them on all the boxes, sorted. Happy as Larry they are. And yeah. So once you get it going though, it does take a bit of time to get them breeding, but I've been doing it for a few years now. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert. I just did what I was learning, and you watch many videos, you ask for lots and lots of information, because if you don't, then you won't know. And you can get ideas like, oh, I can do it this way, or I can do it that way, or you can just take bits of information from each one and then add it all together yourself. It's the best way to do it. Anyway, I have gone on long enough, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.